Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom. Now, here's what's important. All y'all gotta pack your bags, because we're about to depart back into Beast-Yeast. That's right, because the new update with the new Mystic Flower update introduced the new world exploration part of the Beast-Yeast storyline being episode 3. So now, this whole entire episode is probably gonna focus around, obviously a Dark Cacao Cookie entering into that with all their soldiers in hand, and seeing how they can take down Mystic Flower Cookie, I guess, because apparently there's some plague that's just overwashed the Dark Cacao Kingdom, which, to be fair, considering that they survived so much frostbite in their day, I'm surprised how it hasn't came from them sooner, but you know what I mean. We have to go ahead and deal with this, and yeah, if I tap into it, it will give me the, well, before I tap into it, there's a chance that it might instantly give you the cutscene, but before I go ahead and start on that, I know this is something that people have been anticipating for, so, whew, I don't even know what to say, I'm excited. Anyway, I have 2,014 meats, so that's good. Anyway, if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on these videos, then feel free to do so. It could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, then that's what matters the most. Let's go ahead and pick all these up, thank you. And I will be reading comments from the video, so I never finished the Cookies of Darkness story, because, I never finished it before, but recently now I did, so hopefully we can get caught back up on that, which I'm pretty sure we did, which is, it's actually a good thing that I finished this, because, Dark Choco most likely has something to do with this update, and, maybe they'll come back as a returning character. I'm praying that's what happens, at least. But, let's go ahead and explore. Oh, we're still here. Great, no, world map. There we go, we strike right here, episode 3. Oh, I'm kind of worried, honestly. Let me prep myself up by just reading a few comments, like Sorbet Cookie left a comment saying, hello. Hello to you, Sorbet Cookie. And also, Logo Pixel left a comment saying 5. Yep. Sure, 5. And lastly, a comment from AGamer360 says, finally, a return to the past, where the game was in much better state. Longansmile.png. I'm sorry, that Longan Smile was a meme. I just have to understand that. And to be fair, you are kind of right. This game was a lot more simple back in the day, but I don't know, sometimes it's kind of nice just to view back on that stuff. It's considering that someone like me hasn't viewed it before, so maybe it's nice just to be nostalgic about it. Anyway, new episode time. Enough roughhousing about. That doesn't make any sense. It's time to explore. The Awakening of White Apathy.
This letter. Pure Vanilla Cookie must have sent it after he left for Beast-Yeast.
Was there a cliffhanger where Pure Vanilla sent a letter? Huh. I wonder if all the ancients are gonna go their separate ways, technically. Oh, that'd be interesting.
There are countless rumors about that place. I wonder what he has seen there.
Nightmares. And a lot of clowns.
My dear friend, I hope this frantically written letter reaches you as soon as possible. Please forgive me for any incoherence, for there is simply so much I have to tell you about.
I'm assuming about Beast-Yeast, obviously. I didn't know if it was... I knew it was about Beast-Yeast, I just didn't know if it was about any of the troubles. Oh, maybe they're gonna... He's probably gonna tell him about the beast and the virtues and stuff like that.
I can't believe I'm actually writing this, but I met White Lily Cookie here.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't think any of the other ancients know that White Lily Cookie came back yet.
Luckily, enough of the light of freedom remained for White Lily Cookie to return to her true self. I wish this message only had good news, however.
Yeah, here comes the bad stuff, because there was a lot of bad stuff.
Dark Cacao Cookie. Ancient demons called Beast Cookies roam these lands.
Yeah, so they are gonna... So he is gonna mention the Beast Cookies.
We were all shocked to learn that these Beast Cookies were the first owners of the Soul Jam. I know it's hard to believe, but it seems that our Soul Jams are connected to the power of these Beast Cookies. Now that they have awoken, they will attack us to reclaim their lost Soul Jams. Dark Enchantress Cookie plans to use this to her advantage to start another war.
Can Dark Enchantress stop with this war nonsense? It just keeps failing over. At what point do you just retire?
Dark Cacao Cookie. At this rate, our Soul Jams, our kingdom, even our beloved friends will all be in great danger.
Is he just throwing it out?
Who dares threaten the great Dark Cacao Kingdom? And worse, Who dares lay a hand on my almighty Choco Blade once again?
You know, I'm not trying to say anything, but I think I'd be more worried about the people around you than your own belongings.
Since the kingdom's foundation, I have defeated countless foes who have come seeking my power from far and wide. I even crossed blades with Dark Choco Cookie to protect my sword, my very own son.
Oh, now he's getting memories of it. Who is it?
Your Majesty, I have an urgent message to relay. Legions of cake monsters have been spotted on the outskirts of the kingdom.
Oh, great, we're back in action.
The unnamed tower built by those monsters is close to reaching the sky.
Wait, is this supposed to be happening? Wait, is this before the Stormbringer cookie, like, storyline? Because are they informing about, like, the tower and, like, this is before, like, Dark Cacao came in? Because, like, you know, all that was there was a Black Raisin, Wildberry, and Crunchy Chip, which, to be fair, I don't know why Crunchy Chip didn't directly message him, but maybe they were still forming a plan. I'm sorry, but that's a really good segue into this.
This cannot be. We must prepare for battle at once. Round up the soldiers.
Yes, Your Majesty.
First Beast-Yeast. Now a tower built by cake monsters. Is that wind chimes that I hear? Seems like another cold spell will soon reach the Dark Cacao Kingdom.
Okay, so we're starting off with Continent of Mist, which, let's be fair, this looks like a big continent of mist, and there's still so, like, even, it still's like, oh, get to 3-1, but there's still outbreak of the pale ailment and a hospital full of patients. Are we even going to get to fight in one level in this video? I don't know, maybe one. But to be fair, this is exactly like how it was with the first edition of Beast-Yeast, where, like, I could only, like, do one level because there was so much story to go through. Anyway, with that being said, there's still some comments we gotta go through. We'll probably go through some comments. We'll read, go through this one cutscene, then read a comment question of the day, I guess. But, there's actually a comment from Shafir Gnostikov saying, hey, HyperHimes. If I can read it quickly. Someone messaged me, that's my bad. Hey, HyperHimes, if Elder Custer was to ask you this question, why do you care for Custer Cookie the Third? He is not blood related to you. What would you say? It's not about blood, it's just about caring in general. Even if they're not related to me, it doesn't matter. Because, sure, they're not my blood, like, they don't have the same blood as me. And that doesn't mean I can't treat them like an actual family, unlike you plumbing prick. Anyway, sorry if I went on a tangent. I just get really mad whenever Custard Cookie the First gets mentioned, Elder Custard. But anyway, Cole Jamley? They just left a comment saying, knew it. I mean, yeah, it was going to happen eventually, me going through the story. And also, Alan Parker left a comment saying, are you going to play some more Amori soon? Don't worry, I am going to be returning to Amori, but of course, with new updates coming out, you know, for both Kingdom and OvenBreak. You know, OvenBreak's going to be coming soon, and Kingdom just came out. Obviously, you got to focus on that, but don't worry, Amori's not dead. I am devoted to beating that game. And also, Isabel Williams left a comment saying, I can imagine the St. Praise Store forming an alliance with the COD, Cookies of Darkness, or Clouded Cream Cookie. I don't think so. I think their ideals are different, but, you do you. Anyway, what's going on? Meanwhile...
New patients have arrived.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is not good.
Their dough is turning white, and they're coughing up flour.
Are they just turning pale? Like, is that what you mean? Oh, that's awful. Like, they're actually going to becoming dust.
Where should we put the patients?
There are no more beds available. We're at full capacity.
Just get some blankets put on the floor.
You're still decocting more medicine, right?
Yes, we're running low on herbs. I'm making the medicine as quickly as possible, but I can't keep up with the number of patients coming in.
Oh, is our kingdom doomed? How could this have happened?
Hello, who's
What's
walking?
the status of the treatments?
Hello there, Caramel Arrow.
Caramel Arrow Cookie. We're doing the best we can, but the pale ailment is simply spreading too fast. The cookies are turning more pale and sickly by the minute.
I see it now. A world of pure white. Soft and radiant. And breathtakingly beautiful.
You better not plumbing say that. That's the last thing I want you to say. That's the last thing.
This is not our time. We must return to flower.
Nope, don't say that.
From which we once came.
Is all this nonsense a symptom of the pale ailment as well?
Yes, it would seem so. Most of it sounds like gibberish, but it all comes down to the same thing.
Flower?
That we must return to flower.
That's so what, so, like, if I start, like, currently going and dying, am I just gonna say, we must return to bone?
But please, pay it no mind. Everyone is delirious with fever. They have no idea what they're saying.
What do you... This isn't like... This is like Mandela effect we're going on about. Like, sure, like, a lot of people could say, like, you know, some wacky stuff with the fever, but everyone's saying the same thing. You think that's not suspicious?
We warriors of the Dark Cacao Kingdom, who stand at the crossroads between life and death, have always worshipped the all-encompassing darkness of black. Seeing these cookies' dough turn white, and hearing them begging to return to flour is bizarre, to say the least. I must inform His Majesty at once.
Okay, so we made it through that one, and basically, everyone's screwed. Like, a lot of people are getting, just sick. Which, that's kind of a scary way to just, like, have everything be... Because the thing is, Dark Cacao Cookie is totally oblivious to what's going on, because they're away trying to deal with a tower, and of course Crunchy Chip Cookie's also along with them, so they'll probably both be returning at the same time. But the moment that they realize they come back, and the hospital is full of patients, that's bad. How the fuck are they gonna react? Anyway, with that being said, we should probably read a common question of the day, where I'm just trying to think. I'm sorry, just like, this is so sudden, and it's just, you know, I'm so hyped for the update, just, I don't know how to contain myself. I could just ask something in regards to, like, snow. Actually, you know what, let's ask something in regards to sickness. I know it sounds bad, but what is the worst sickness you've ever felt? I feel like I've asked this a while before, but maybe some things have changed, and, like, maybe some things have happened. Like, I'm curious to know, like, what's the worst type of sickness you ever felt? And, like, it doesn't matter what it is, but, yeah, which, let's get really, really dark for a moment. What do I mean by that? Well, I know all of these people are dying, stuff like that, and crumbling. Let me tell you, the other day, I was diagnosed with diabetes. Yeah, that's right. And apparently, I had it for a while now. And the thing is, I guess technically that counts as a sickness. I mean, I guess I technically meant more of, like, you know, illness, like fever, or like whatever you felt. But, like, I think it's a good time to mention this right now, since we're talking about, like, scary illnesses and stuff like that. But I guess technically that would be the worst. If we're talking about normal illnesses, I remember having, like, fevers and, like, you know, stomach bugs that have had me, like, slouch over the toilet for over an hour until I vomited. Which, to be fair, once you vomit and get that out, you feel so much better after. You still feel sick, but you feel so much better after. But, yeah, I should probably talk about that diabetes stuff in, like, some other video, but let's not focus on that now. I'm too busy focused on the story, but also there's a few comments that we can read, like from one from Protector Draco saying, definitely feels like the voice direction this was dubbed with the first batch of cutscenes. I think that kind of makes sense, because am I the only one who thought Licorice sounded off? I don't know if that was just me, but I don't know. But Dawn DeSilver says at 9:23, that was way too good of a prediction. Well, I'm glad that was a good prediction. I gotta make sure I view that back just in case, just so I can really stem that in. And lastly, Sonic Gamer left a comment saying, here's something crazy. Apparently Pinata Cookie, what? I'm sorry, Pirate Cookie is getting added to the Chinese version of Cookie Run Kingdom before getting added to the global version. What sense does that make? Maybe they're trying to be more unique? I don't know, but to be fair, to be fair, if that's the case, then maybe the next update after this, after all the Beast-Yeast stuff is done, then we'll get to see Pirate Cookie again. I don't know, but that would be really cool. I want to see some, you know, stories between him and Sorbet Shark.
No, Your Majesty, you mustn't.
Wait, the Majesty, huh?
It's not safe, Your Majesty.
What's all this noise? Your Majesty, how did you...
He came back.
Did you just come back from the mysterious tower? Are you unscathed?
Yes. I managed to meet a cookie who calls herself the Lord of the Heavens, if that accounts for anything.
So, okay, it was Stormbringer Cookie. So whatever happened we just saw in the prior update happened technically in between this story. That's kind of a shocker. By the way, just a heads up. Gonna be real unfortunate. Someone is lawn mowing outside my house right now. I know, imagine someone doing lawn work. I'm kidding. But I'm just saying, if you hear, like, some subtle buzzing in the background, that's why. I cannot do anything to stop it. What am I just gonna do? Go outside and yell at him? Like, use the lawnmower against him? No, I'd be so much of a prick. But, yeah, if you hear that, hopefully just ignore it. We're gonna try and focus on some more story.
But I see that a plague has taken over the kingdom while I was away. What is all this?
No, Your Majesty, you mustn't enter. What if the patients infect you with their disease, or worse, madness?
We must protect the royal dough, for it is our sworn duty.
They may be ill, but they are still my subjects. Watching over the cookies of this kingdom is my sworn duty.
Even so.
Did you not care for and treat these patients? despite knowing you might become infected in the process?
I mean, that's kind of the point of doctors. Like, they're professional about this.
What I am doing is no different.
As expected of His Royal Majesty. He cherishes his kingdom and subjects above all else.
Yeah, not as much as that sword.
Are you certain that this is due to the flower storm that has blown over from Beast-Yeast?
Yes, Your Majesty. A few days ago, a fine white mist enveloped the entirety of the kingdom.
Is it those stupid, like, pollen, like, germ-looking things? I forgot what they exactly were, but it's those stupid enemies that we faced inside of Beast-Yeast that were just, like, they were just so stupid to hassle. I think that's what they're talking about.
Soon after, we started getting patients. The white spreading from the tips of their dough.
And as you can see, Your Majesty, they're coughing up flour as well.
This is indeed flour. But how?
Just let the flour take over. I just want it to be over.
I mean,
So powdery. Please, make it stop.
I mean, whoever voiced that kid didn't really just go like mumble, mumble, mumble. They really just were like saying obscenities that were terrifying.
Excuse me.
Please, Your Majesty, don't get too close to the patients.
It is fine, worry not. I must hear what this fellow is saying.
Your Majesty, dark cacao cookie. All this time we've worn black clothes, eaten black foods, and been surrounded by black walls.
I don't like how the music just abruptly stopped.
This kingdom of ours is so cold, barren, and draining. But I have found a way out of this suffering.
Tell me the way, then.
We must become flour once more, Your Majesty. The white radiance is free and light. It will liberate us. I shall return to flour. Free me from this painfully stiff dough.
Okay, Dark Cow, I know you've made some rash decisions in the past, but you better not decapitate. Do not decapitate this cookie.
Please, this patient needs rest.
The situation is more dire than I thought. To think they want to return to flour.
It is almost blasphemous to think that the storm from Beast-Yeast has caused such a devastating plague.
Beast-Yeast? What in Cacao's name is happening there?
Disaster. Sheesh. Okay. Will we be able to get through one more thing? Probably. But, sheesh, this is a lengthy story. Well, at least I was right, we'll be able to go through. Okay, never mind.
It's been hours since His Majesty excused himself. I wonder what he's thinking. Of course, I will follow his lead no matter what he chooses.
Warriors, I ask for you to watch over the kingdom in my absence.
Oh, are they just going by themselves?
I am leaving for Beast-Yeast.
Huh? But, Your Majesty!
I sense that a force lurking in Beast-Yeast is targeting me. Someone who plans on stealing my sword, to be exact. This unknown entity has infected my subjects with this terrible ailment in pursuit of seizing my sword. Truly, a cruel and malicious deed. Instead of allowing this malevolent force to wreak havoc upon my kingdom, I shall journey to Beast-Yeast and eradicate the source of this problem. If I leave, this flower storm will soon die down as well. That is right. As long as I leave.
Your Majesty, you mustn't go on your own. Please, let me protect you and the kingdom.
I shall join you as well.
I'm more than happy to join if I can be of help.
Me too, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty,
It'll be my
you
duty to
cannot
protect
go alone.
Yes, Your Majesty, please.
Let me
Let us
go
go
with
with
you.
I mean, to be fair, I think it'd be better if we all went, because I'd rather not be a sitting duck and just die.
To think that there are so many of you willing to risk your life for me. As expected of my dark cacao warriors.
I request His Majesty's counsel. We need cookies to guard the kingdom while you're away.
Commander, you stay here. You must protect the wall.
No, I must follow and protect His Majesty.
His Majesty is entrusting the safety of the kingdom to you because of your excellent skills and outstanding spirit.
My spirit is outstanding? Really?
It was just a compliment.
My king, the only way to Beast-Yeast is by crossing the Licorice Sea.
Yes, but how?
Long, long ago, a vessel was built specifically to cross those dark waters.
its hull reinforced with hard cacao bean shells.
So a boat.
For some unknown reason, the licorice sea waters have been calmer lately. As such, I recommend using this ship in your crossing.
Oh, hey, look
Your
at that.
Majesty, navigation will be of the utmost importance on this journey. As you follow the coastline, turn starboard at the large boulders. After that, you must ride the wind southeast. Continue sailing onwards until you encounter a large whirlpool. Then turn port side when you see white foam.
I mean, at least this isn't the Duskloom Sea, but still.
Remember to avoid the areas marked red on the map at all costs. Sail onwards, and you will soon make landfall on the continent of Beast-Yeast.
And please, take this with you. It's a cacao tablet made by the healer cookies. Eat it when the fog gets too thick, and you'll come right back to your senses.
I thank you for your care. Now then, we must take our leave.
I hear the wolves. I hear the wolves. Is that our boy?
What was that noise?
Sorry I'm late. I had to gather the pack.
Yeah, that's our boy.
Your Majesty, I shall join you. Just as I have protected the rough and dangerous borders of the kingdom, I shall stand by your side, Your Majesty.
Crunchy chip cookie. Shouldn't you be in the mountains?
Well, they dealt with the tower too, so let's be honest, they should be probably at like the same pace as Dark Cacao.
The kingdom is in grave danger, and you expect me to stand idly by? If there's anyone who dares attack our king in Beast-Yeast, my cream wolves will be ready to attack.
Very well. My valiant warriors, infused with the essence of bitter cacao within your doughs, swear on the very edge of my sword.
Yes, Your Majesty!
Remember this land where the black and white dragons fought.
I think that is a new sprite, and I'm all for it.
Remember the giant wall that protected us from the endless stream of beasts and monsters from the licorice sea. Now, we will become the wall that protects this world, even if what awaits us is but an endless abyss. I shall lead the way with my sword in hand. Dark Cacao warriors, heed my call!
Yeah, so remember when I said, oh, we have enough time to do one level? I didn't expect there to be another cutscene. I'm literally gonna have to stop this until the next video where we can actually go through a level. And if you're wondering, yeah, we're, by the way, normal. 1.8 million, 2.9, basically 3 million. 3 million there. Okay, great. So with that being said, I'm just gonna read the rest of the comments I see in this video and then end the video because, man, I gotta play a lot of the story because, sheesh, we're gonna make some hefty progress. Anyway, with that being said, no, I can't go there yet. If I can find the comments, let me go ahead and quickly refresh because I gotta be sure about this. Plubbing Luna Cupcake left a comment saying, said to be Cookie would join the Cookies of Darkness in my opinion. Honestly, that's completely fair, I understand. A-Gamer360 left another comment saying, comment question of the day. Oh boy, don't you see the major party in the Cookie Run OvenBreak cast aren't viable for Cookies of Darkness, despite the Cookies of Darkness being a thing Cookie Run OvenBreak made? It was thrown out of the window to place the dragons, and considering that Longin is a better antagonist than Dark Enchantress for Cookie Run OvenBreak, and even the Black Hole will beat the pleb out of her, I can't see any other NPCs joining them either. And in Cookie Run Kingdom, I guess smoked cheese or something. That's the only one I have in mind for Cookie Run Kingdom. And hot take, not everything has to have a link with Dark Enchantress. I guess it technically doesn't. I guess it doesn't have to be linked, but, and I think the last time we had a link was with Matcha Cookie and Butter Roll, but that's the farthest that we've gotten, but I think it's just because, you know, too much Cookie of Darkness storyline, what can we get some other, new antagonists? But anyway, there's a comment from, Mona Wolf here which says, I was talking to a boy in my class when we were making jokes until one of my classmates asked if I love him. He's not my type because I only see him as my friend. That's completely understandable. If you just prefer him as a friend, then that's fine. Smart and Spiral left a few comments saying, one time I was making charts in FNF. Seems like it's improving, and the UI is new. You're making charts? That's actually really cool. I can't wait to see what types of songs you make. And, just, you know, charting songs, you know? Another comment left is, oh gosh, Dark Mode. I finished that level in 16. It's so hard to beat Smoked Cheese Cookie. Yeah, Smoked Cheese Cookie is a pleb to beat, but I gotta get there soon. And lastly, Smart and Spiral's comment says, oh my, Dark Chocolate Cookie. Got a sword so evil. Yeah, it's just straight up an evil sword. It's something that I wouldn't pick up because, you know, evil. And the last comment comes from Lena DeGio saying, comment question of the day, I feel like Strawberry Shortcake Cookie from Cookie Run Cacao would join the Cookies of Darkness solely because of Red Velvet Cookie being abducting them. You know what? That would actually be such a really good fit. I feel like it would just be like Red Velvet's version of Poison Mushroom Cookie, like how it's usually Licorice and Poison Mushroom Cookie doing devious things, but now it's Red Velvet and like Strawberry Shortcake Cookie. I think that'd be funny. Anyway, with that being said, we should definitely end the video here, because that's nearly 25 minutes just about. No, it actually is 25 minutes, at least in my raw recording time. But if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Cookie Run content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. Also, down below in the description, you'll see links to all of my social media, including a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Cookie Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content that you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.